LeBron James, who is about to make history by becoming maybe their next game. He only needs 36 points to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So wait a minute. Is the next game will be where? Where is it
in L.A.? The next two are in L.A. They got Oklahoma City.
Right, so he can definitely do it in L.A.
Who's his next game? Milwaukee. Milwaukee would be great with Giannis there.
That would be, and that a big TNT game? Which
probably
either game is going to
be
national,
should be,
right?
Yeah, nationally televised. It's going to be a fantastic moment.
Because I'm assuming ESPN will probably jump and take that game, right?
Yes, they should. They should. It'll be great. And a lot of people, Rob, have said there hasn't been as much coverage of this as they think. There have been a lot of articles written about it.
I don't think that you have to have the event. I don't think leading up to it, what is there to cover, to be honest?
Well, if somebody's beat, like say it was the home run record, and somebody was going to break that, I think it'd be a huge story going in. So I think, but there have been stories written, but on shows like ours, TV, radio, talk shows, it hasn't been a huge topic. But I think a lot of that is there's so much going on in football.
LeBron thinks it's equivalent to the home run record. Does he really believe that?
He probably does. It's not.
Do you think so?
No,
I don't think so either.
And it's I like basketball better than football.
Right.
But the home run record is one of those.
Those are the numbers. Right. I agree with you. It's different.
Yes.
Because it's not. And this is no knock on LeBron. It's not accumulating stats. It's like being able to hit. It's harder to hit.
And it may be accumulating stats. I mean, Hank Aaron never hit 50 home runs in a season.
Yeah.
But it was over the accumulation of time. I just think because of baseball's history in our country. Now, granted, it's not what it used to be, and
because
so younger people may not feel that.
And the juice that's involved.
Right.
So, but still, being the all-time home run king is a big deal.
To me, that's the biggest. One of the biggest records. I think this scoring title, which is great, I think it's more like the NFL total rushing yards.
I agree. I think it's closer to that.
Absolutely.
And because there's no real number, like you don't know what the number is.
Right.
Nobody made a real big deal. And it's obviously different when Kareem, like no one said Kareem was the GOAT after he after he passed Will Chamberlain.
Right.
Nobody was like, oh, Kareem's the greatest player ever played. No, it wasn't like that. It was like he did it, but that was it.
And I think part of it is that and this is true for baseball too, but it's different because records mean so much more in baseball.
Definitely.
But guys play different numbers of years. So this is a counting stat. I think in the NBA, when you talk about scores, people are more interested in what was your per game average over your
scoring
career.
Average.
That's how we determine who the best scorers were, not just total points or even total assists. Magic Johnson is 7th all time in assists total, but he's the best assist man ever. His per game average is the highest. He's the only one at 11 or more. And Emmitt Smith, the all time leading rushing record. Very few people. There are a handful. But very few people think he's the best running back ever.
Right.
And so it's just
it's one of those things. Yeah, I agree with that. I just thought it was interesting.
Michael Jordan's what, 5th in scoring?
Right.
Larry Bird, who's in most people's top 10 all time, and if he's not in your top 10, he's right there at 11, 12, whatever. He's 36th. In all-time scoring. Tim Duncan's 16th. Like you said,
right. That doesn't.
It just doesn't determine. So people that are going to want to say, "Well, LeBron's the GOAT." No, it's taking nothing away from him. But yeah, it's just he's had a tremendously long career. But we're going to talk about LeBron a little bit because he, of course, wanted Kyrie Irving, and rightly so.
Yeah, he's trying to get it to another championship or two. I mean, let's just face it.
I'm not mad at him for that. But here's what he said today in an interview with Michael Wilbon.
Well, definitely disappointed. I can't sit here and say I'm not disappointed on not being able to land such a talent, but someone that I had great chemistry with and know I got great chemistry with on the floor that can help you win championships in my mind, in my eyes. But my focus is shifted now. My focus is shifted back to where it should be, and that's this club now. We had an opportunity. I think our names was out there. The Lakers' name was out there. We had an opportunity. Didn't happen. We move on, and we finished the season strong. Try to get a bid into the postseason, where I feel if we go in healthy and we compete with anybody.
Well, look, I like his attitude. Some people are saying LeBron's frustrated. I was like, he shouldn't be frustrated, but he should be disappointed. Of course you wanted Kyrie Irving. He would have made you guys a lot better. But I like LeBron saying it's about me and the guys in that locker room, and whatever we have, that's who we're going to battle with. And we like our chances because I'm still great, AD is still great, and they got some decent role players around them.
Sounds good, but
yeah, I mean, I look. Let's see AD stay healthy for a while. They haven't, won. He and LeBron have played well at times, and they still have lost some games.
Right. That's the other part, Chris, and that's just fact. I don't know what the record, Rob G. You had given it to me at one point, where AD and LeBron together, Chris, are under 500. Like they haven't played that well together. Where you go, if they're together, it's all you can't stop them, or they're winning 75% of their games. That is just not the case. They're under 500, even when they're healthy.
Right.
So it's hard to just think that, well, we go in and we're healthy, we have a chance to beat anybody. That sounds good.
And they should feel that way.
Right. No, it sounds
they have
good.
To show us a little evidence.
Right.
Of that.
And they got to play some defense, and there's other stuff that goes with it.
In the league in scoring.
Right.
But
which is amazing, Chris, when you think about it, because they don't knock down any threes.
No.
So that's pretty amazing to be 6 without threes.
Yep. They and some of this isn't
and Chris,
always
here's the
LeBron.
record. I got it. They're 11-13 this season together. They're under 500.
Surprising. That's surprising, and that speaks to where people look at LeBron's numbers and say, "Wow, he's just as good as he always has been." No, there's no way this would be happening with LeBron James in his prime because he was great defensively.
He would be 20-8 if it was the other or something like that. There's no way he would be right. It wouldn't be 11. Right. Last year he averaged 30 points. They didn't even make the play-in.
Right.
Think about that.
Right. Well, LeBron, and it's not always on him. I mean, he did put out some tweets when Kyrie was free, and then even the maybe it's me tweet. Now, he's saying that was, based
BS.
on him looking in the mirror. Yeah, I'm not going to call the guy a liar.
Rob G was sick, though, that they didn't get him.
It seemed like it was related to Kyrie and them not getting him. But I'm going to say this, and again, it's not always on LeBron, but it is a lot of people in the media pushing this idea that LeBron, oh my God, what a shame he doesn't have more help.
It's a shame that he doesn't get Kyrie. This doesn't make any sense. He should have the Kyrie, and he should have a chance to win more championships. They're wasting his time in L.A. What are they doing?
We have gone from player empowerment to player entitlement. What the first thing we heard after Kyrie wants to be traded? What about Durant? Should Durant ask it? No. How about playing for your contract?
He got a 4-year deal. This is the first year of a 4-year extension.
Right.
And they were rolling. You remember when Kyrie was suspended, Chris?
Yes.
Durant had that team rolling.
Yes.
They were winning.
I mean, no, we talked about this earlier, Rob, with Michael Jordan. And now, granted, he was older. He was about close to LeBron's age, slightly older than LeBron is right now. When he was in Washington, and he was playing what? Playing at an all-star level, not Jordan-esque, but at an all-star level. I don't remember hearing anybody talk about, oh, they're wasting Michael Jordan's last few years. They need to go get him help, or why don't they trade him to the Spurs or trade him to, some team where he can win the championship. There was none of that. And it's not that I would love it if LeBron could compete for a championship, but this notion that you're entitled to it. It's foul. It's false.
I agree, and I think that's the biggest issue that people have is of all the players, when you go back and you look at LeBron and you look at Jordan, Chris, it ain't even close to talent of players that LeBron has played with compared to Michael Jordan.
LeBron's played with 2 number 1 draft picks, Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. Jordan never played with a number 1 draft pick.
That's right there. That's 2
or
players.
Really even close.
And
Scottie Pippen was 8th pick, I think.
When you go look at it and put those rosters together, but I don't like it's a birthright. Is it a birthright that LeBron James should always have a stacked deck? Like that's what they want.
I don't. And again, it's not even always on LeBron, but it's this media narrative. I agree with you. Like what? Where does this come from?
It's not good enough to have AD and Chris. AD, most players would love to have a guy of that caliber with them. And then he has Westbrook, who's a future Hall of Famer, a top 75 player.
And I get top 75
players.
You got
2 top 75. And last year, Carmelo was with them. I'm not saying. he's at the end. But you know what I mean.
But Westbrook isn't as gone or washed as Melo was.
Right. But
you got 2 top 75 players, the only top 10 player in the league with a top 10 teammate. If LeBron should be frustrated, it's for here's who he should be frustrated.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Right.
More so than Rob Pelinka. And I'm not trying to say Rob Pelinka's been Jerry West. I'm just saying if anyone he should be frustrated with, it is Anthony Davis because his inability to stay healthy at he's roughly 10 years younger than LeBron?
Right.
And he's the one I got to worry about their health, not LeBron.
Here's the only thing, and I agree with you, but when he signed up for Anthony Davis, Chris, this was not new about his injury and not staying healthy.
Right.
Like, this wasn't new. People are pointing to it now, but go look at his track record.
Right. Oh, no.
He was always banged up.
And look, they got their championship.
They got one.
Because I remember saying when LeBron, all the talk about him going to the Lakers,
I said he had to win.
They win in L.A. Wilt won, Shaq won, Kobe won, Jerry West won, Magic won, Kareem won. The only one that didn't win was Elgin Baylor. And you go to L.A. and don't deliver a championship, it ain't going to look good. But he did deliver that. I doubt they deliver anymore.